let's get involved and let's tell us exactly what we're doing. So welcome to Flipping for Profit, everybody. Thank you very much for joining us on this webinar. I really appreciate your time, and hopefully I can educate you on a fantastic opportunity we're running at the moment. So, a little bit about, first off the disclaimer. This presentation is for information purposes only. I just want to tell you that the images and the houses that we've actually bought, sold and flipped for profit are all past history, of course. There will be no exact duplicates, of course. We recommend that you do your own due diligence. There are economic conditions and personal circumstances that can vary from time to time, of course. But so just know that every house we've shown you on this program will be slightly different to what comes up in the future. It just makes common sense, actually. So a little bit about us. Meet our acquisition team. This is Colin Coy. He is the manager and chief consultant of our acquisition team. Colin is an Aussie who is now at the moment based in the USA and is our purchasing officer over there. He has over 30 years in real estate and 5 years in the US market. What makes Colin unique is the fact that his father was a builder and he was brought up through that building industry. So Colin seems to have a knack for seeing exactly what needs to be done in a property to really get some good value out of it. Obviously he goes into properties that are also damaged, so that's what we do, is we actually refurb them or renovate them and make them all pretty. Great thing is Colin, he also has experience purchasing around the world: South Africa, the UK, Hong Kong and Singapore. So we're not just restricted to one market. As soon as the US market becomes super buoyant, we just move on. We find a new market where we can actually make, which is the most important thing. He is well respected in the industry and has been teamed up with all sorts of people like, lots and lots of names that are well known through the estate market. Jody O'Neill is a licensed realtor, also over 10 years experience. Jody is, I guess, Colin's right-hand man, excuse the phrase. Jody does all the photos and paperwork and helps out with okay, I'll try not, it's probably just me moving the microphone away a little, so hopefully it'll stay fine now. Thanks, Neil. So Jody's in charge of paperwork and photos and things like that. And then we have Diane, also a licensed realtor. She's in Australia. She has been in the industry for over 12 years helping Colin, and also she's our liaison for Flipping for Profit right here. So in this presentation we're going to show you one of the most lucrative business strategies that is working today, in fact, right now. How to generate massive cash flow and get real results, and why the opportunity is at its peak right now. You see, there is a group of real estate entrepreneurs silently making massive amounts of money as we speak. In the chaos of the housing market crisis and, of course, the GFC, they are making more money than they've ever made before. That's where it's really exciting. And now we have the opportunity for everybody to be able to join them. Hi, Gail. We're just on the second slide, so welcome aboard. So first off, let me quickly ask you, what's your why? You see, everybody has a different reason for wanting to achieve more. It could be retirement, it could be putting kids through school, it could be holidays, boats, camping, fishing, golf. It's up to you. Can't tell you exactly what your why is, but guess what? I just love golf, so I'd like to be able to play a lot more golf in my spare time. So let me ask you again, would an extra 1,000, 5,000 or 20,000 even make a difference if it came in on a regular basis? Would you quit your job? Would you spend more time at your job? Would you spend more time with your family or less time with your family? It is up to you. You can buy the car you've always dreamed about, take that exotic vacation, help pay off your house. Who knows? Everybody has their own individual needs. You see, there are two kinds of money problems: not enough money and, of course, too much money. What do you like? What most people would choose. The great Warren Buffett, one of the world's richest men, said right at the moment, this is the uniquest time to purchase into real estate. If he had the opportunity, he would buy a couple of hundred thousand single family homes. That would be the most practical for him. He said, at the moment, buy, baby, buy, and the industry is looking very rosy. And that was on US TV, actually, very early this year, he said that, or late last year. Greatest transfer of wealth is happening right now. Are you getting your share? More millionaires are made in the current global recession than any other time, because instead of going into their shells, smart people get out of their shells and go to work. Okay, so what do? Property investors make some money, but property renovators become seriously rich. We at Flipping for Profit can help you create cash flow, build your portfolio, and enhance your income. How do we do this? By buying right, renovating carefully, and selling for a profit. It allows each of our members to participate in a group joint venture and to profit share from as little as $100. So what do you expect from us at Flipping for Profit? Very simply, we actually locate the property. And when I say locate, I mean we actually walk into the property and we check every single detail of the property. We do not buy anything online, and we do not buy anything that has not been walked through and inspected by our real estate professionals. We cost out any rehab, or as I say in Australia, it's a renovation. We arrange and supervise that renovation. We arrange the property for resale. We then flip the property or resell it. We provide a copy of estimated repairs, provide reports covering each step of the process. We have reports on the sales progress, and of course on the sale we provide a written report on the paperwork and final cost breakdowns. We have to pay all the legal costs, so Flipping for Profit, when you get your share, it's all taken care of with the exception of your income. Our consultants make a percentage of the profit when the sale is made, so they want the best result in the shortest possible time. This works in our favour as well. So this is a quick copy of one of our members' back offices. It actually shows you a breakdown of a property report. This particular lady, she's actually a very good friend of mine, but you can see there that she has 4 properties. She has $1,000, which is spread across all 4 properties. Funds have been divided across several different properties to best deliver a profit to our members in the shortest possible time. So just in case one house doesn't sell very quickly, we have the option where you've got 3 or 4 properties and they're moving hopefully all the time. Great thing is we've just sold 3 properties in the last 3 months, and we've got a new one just gone in, so there's some real excitement about the program. So I don't know if you can read that, but this lady has 4 properties. She put $1,000 into the property pool, and her funds are spread evenly over the properties. 227 in the top one, 321 in the second one, 255 in the next one, and then 150 in the bottom one. So as you can see, it's evenly distributed. You can view more of the property details when you become a member on the View More Details, funnily enough, under that little picture. Members are always in control of their funds in the Flipping for Profit wallet, except when their funds are actually allocated in a property. So there are 2 categories and 2 options for your virtual back office, so where you want to put your funds. Very simply, and number 1, funds are returned to your property pool. So here you have the option of taking your initial profit share, which you put into the property, and return it back to the property pool for future profit sharing in property. Or you can click B and immediately withdraw all your funds from the property pool and put them into your e-wallet so you can actually take them out to your normal bank. Or secondly, the profit from the sale of the properties. The profit will be returned back into the property pool and replaced into the next property, or you can simply click return your profit back to your wallet and you can withdraw it to your own personal bank at your liking. Opportunity to joint venture and to share in the profits. So we've made this as simple as we possibly can. We've taken the profit sharing one step further. Members are placed into a property pool. There is enough funds to purchase a number of properties. As each property settles, members receive a share of the profits. Members place from $100 to $1 million into a property pool. Property settles, they will receive a percentage. For example, if there is a 15% net profit and you've put in, let's say, $100, you will get your $100 back plus $15, which would be the 15%. And then you have the option to take it out or replace it back into the pool. Add $10,000 in, you'll receive your $10,000 back plus, I shouldn't have done 10,000. So what was it? 15%. So $10,000, sorry, plus your $150, $1,500. I'll get it right. And that can be placed back into the property pool or taken out. It's up to you. See, by pooling, everyone shares in the profits of a number of properties. So currently, why are we choosing the US market? Because at the moment the prices are at their lowest. It's actually just getting a resurgence, so we're actually looking for more property over there. It's the best exchange rate in over 40 years plus, and as the Australians would know, our dollar's just slipped 5 cents, so I don't know, it might be a bit more lucrative than we actually thought it would be, because US dollars pays back really well. There is little or no stamp duty to pay, and we pay it anyway. Speed in which you can do a deal. You can actually purchase a property in a couple of hours in the US by simply going to the court, giving them the money, and it's fantastic. We have the types of property, that is available. So there's houses, there's units. It's fantastic what we can buy at the moment. There's an ease of purchase for international buyers. The US market does, or the US government, does look after international buyers, and they're happy to accept cash from anywhere in the world. There's a higher cash flow, higher growth rate, potential for more creative financing options, i.e. a lot of the builders are actually building and not wanting funds until they've actually completed their job. There's stability in the region, access to international travellers, which is accessibility is the US. They have the potential for greater profits, and of course the attitude of the government towards overseas buyers. Okay, so here we go. So the following examples are some of the properties. As I say, they have been rehabbed and flipped, and we have done them through Colin and his team, and we super appreciate all these photos, but they are old news. So everything we try and do, of course, will be new, and we'll try and emulate these sort of deals, but it does vary, which you'll see in a second. The results are the truth. So just quietly, these are 3 properties we have just sold. So anybody who is in the property pool would know that these 3 properties have gone in the last 3 months. It worked out to be 37.5% profit in just 3 months with all 3 properties. The top one was sold. All these 3 were flipped, what's called a wholesale flip. So they moved very quickly. 9.53% profit on the first, 12.8, and then 15.2. So not huge returns, but really good returns if you consider what the bank gives you back. And all the members that were in these properties were excited to get their profit share back. Okay, so here's a little 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom house it's in Miami, in Florida. It was a very boring 1960s type home. It sat on the market for $85,000 for just under 12 months. Lots of people looked at it, nobody would buy it. So what happened is Colin went in and his renovation team, they actually spent $38,000 after purchasing it for $75,000 renovating the house. It increased the value to $175,000 though. So if you can just visualise those pictures right there, you can see. We're going to next page, and you'll see that's a before, obviously. Bang, and there's an after. So what they've done is they've taken a 60s home and they've made it into a 2013 home. They've modernised it, brought it right up to scratch, made it look fantastic. But the best part, straight away, within a week of them finishing the renovation, people poured through the home and they sold it straight away for $62,000. Just imagine doing that 4 times a year. $250,000. 55% gross profit, so it's huge. Now you can see the top there, you can see it's got a brand new kitchen, and what they do is they stage the property, so they actually bring in furniture, get a proper photographer that takes fantastic photos, so the property looks $1 million when they put it on the market. It just helps sell them so quickly. Here's another little home, very similar. It's a little bit older. It's built in 1960, this one. It was in the perfect street, in the perfect neighbourhood, but just a very tired looking home. Again, the renovation team go in. It was a $33,000 renovation, but it increased the sales value to $193,000. Just look at that top corner in that kitchen. Isn't that awful? And no offence to anybody who's got a like 1960s. Now look at the next photo. Brand new kitchen, brand new lounge rooms, brand new carpets, brand new paint. Bought the house right up to 2013, and guess what? Again, within a week of finishing the renovation, they sold it for $55,000 gross profit. They actually sold it for $193,000. Just imagine again, doing that 4 times a year, $220,000 profit. 40% gross profit. So you can see, folks, roughly what we're doing. I'm just going to flick through some more that we've done just recently, and just to give you an idea, a nice little home, 95,000, 8,000 renovation, 145,000 sold for, 42,000 gross profit in 55 days. 165, 4K in renovation, and 89 sold for, 29% turnaround in literally 21 days. This guy here is a bit funny. $68,000 we purchased it for. $5,000 was the renovation. Actually, you can see at the top corner there, Colin standing in front of the house. You can see all the trees that we've removed. We've repainted the house so it looked nice. We sold it for $109,000 in 3 months. It took a little while to do the gardening and get everything approved. And just as we were about to settle, the guy actually pulled out of the deal. He could not get the finance. So another lady bought the house 3 days later for $119,000. We actually increased our gross profit to $46,000 and made it a 49% quick return. So, you know, all done within 3 months. The great thing is, folks, we've got 6 or 7 properties, so we should have things selling continuously. So that if we can average one a month, we'd be wrapped. Another fantastic little home, $75,000 paid, $2,000 reno, and that was just, I think from memory they said it was carpet. Well, if you look at the floors, actually, I think it was ripping the carpet out and actually putting new floors. $110,000 it was sold for. It was expected profit of, well, it was expected because at the time it hadn't sold, so we should just say gross profit of $33,000. It's a whopping 44% gross profit in a short time. Another one, 112.6, 2,300 reno, sold for 135 in 17.5% gross profit in 21 days. So you can see what we're doing here. This one's exciting. It's just got in the back office, and in fact, everybody who's been in our program for the last couple of months is involved in this particular program, or this property. We purchased it for only $225,000. It is in a neighbourhood that averages $400,000 to $500,000 sales. We can organise it, Gail. So what we've done is we've renovated the property. It's actually cost a little bit more than $8,000, but it's on the market currently at $385,000. So it's not actually up a little bit. And this house is on a canal in Florida, in the USA, in Tampa Bay, is it? Yeah, it's beautiful. So the actual back of the house backs onto a canal which goes directly out to the ocean. It's got its own boat lift, and that pool, believe it or not, has a complete mesh surrounding, so it's completely enclosed. Just a fantastic home. So the expected profit is 50+% gross profit. That's like $100K we're going to make on it. So we're looking forward to that one selling because there'll be a bit of excitement amongst our members. Now, every now and then, as I said before, we do wholesale flips as well. Every now and then a bank or a mortgage company will come to us and say, hey, guys, we need to move a whole stack of houses. Now, this is just an example. There were 18 properties in this particular purchase. It was just on $1 million, but we actually sold them to a hedge fund. Now, a hedge fund comes in and buys them wholesale, but then rents them out. So we made $187,000 in simply 21 days. It's only 17.3% return, but it's a fantastic return, and any profit to me is a good profit. And that's the balance. That's the last 2 houses, the 18. And that there is a breakdown of roughly what the houses cost. So you can see house number 6 there cost $60,000. We sold it for $70,000. So not a lot of profit, but you can see the hedge funds, they've got their rent. They're ranking that $10,200 a year. So just imagine purchasing a house, $60,000, and then renting it out. You would have it paid off literally in 6 years. It's all just cream. So those figures are all left there deliberately so people can see what can happen. Okay, so why choose flipping for profit? Our consultants have over 50 years experience in the real estate industry and 5 in the US market. We source high performance properties and are very careful with what we do. We know what areas that will continually hold their value. We have done a lot of market research. We buy properties for well below market value from banks or mortgagee companies for cents in the dollar. If the bank values the property at, say, $60,000, we make sure we buy in under that at, say, $50,000. That way we have room to move and also to do the renovation. Occasionally, our consultants will sell directly to a hedge fund that buys properties wholesale. Sell for a lower percentage profit, but guess what? A really quick turnaround. Our consultants look carefully at renovation costs and proceed with first-class improvements without cutting costs. We don't want things done on the cheap. We want complete customer satisfaction. Flipping for Profit has a team of consultants on the ground in the USA that actually walk through every single property, see the potential and the quality firsthand. Our consultants do not make a single dollar if there is no profit, so they make sure the property has the correct criteria. Flipping for Profit has paid the necessary fees and deposits so that members can begin to build their personal and very own property portfolio from as little as $100 after the joining fee. All members' funds are placed into a pool. We divide these funds amongst several properties to ensure the best return in the quickest spot. As each deal settles, members have the option to withdraw their money or go back into the pool. It's up to them. Their membership fee is $249, which is a once-off. There is an annual administration fee of $50, which is deducted from your profits. As a member, you can also choose to participate in our referral program. The referral program rewards you for referring others to the lucrative real estate market and is second to none in the industry. It is getting rave reviews because it's just like sitting back at home watching TV and getting commission on real estate. So I'm actually going to show you that after this meeting if you wish to stay. If you're not interested in the referrals and just the property, you can sign off or ask questions, of course, because we're going to do questions first. Our consultants purchase hundreds of properties with a profit on every single deal. That's the big dollars for our members. We do very much take pride in what we do, and we're 100% genuine in wanting to help every single member. Next property pool, please register now, and thank you very much for viewing Flipping for Profit.